Picture this. A legendary sci-fi franchise that once thrilled audiences with relentless alien hunters suddenly feels like it's lost its edge, only to get a thrilling makeover that flips the script entirely. But here's where it gets controversial. What if that makeover changes the hunter into the hero? Could it breathe new life into the series? Or risk losing its core identity? Let's dive into the buzz around PredatorBadlands, the latest attempt to redefine what Predator means in 2025. The Predator series has been through ups and downs since its iconic 1987 debut, with a string of sequels and spin-offs that often felt like they were just going through the motions. Take Predator 2 in 1990, for instance, which tried to amp up the action in an urban jungle, but didn't quite recapture the magic of the original. Or consider the mixed bag entries like AVP Requiem in 2007, which attempted to blend worlds but ended up more confusing than thrilling. It wasn't until 2022 that the franchise got a real jolt of energy with Prey, set in the 1700s and centered on a fierce Comanche warrior played brilliantly by Amber Midthunder. This film brought sleek cinematography, a gripping narrative, and a fresh cultural perspective, earning glowing reviews. Yet, its exclusive release on Hulu meant it missed out on the big screen experience that could have made it a blockbuster sensation. Fast forward to this year, when Predator Killer of Killers, an animated anthology directed by Prey's Dan Trachtenberg, hit Hulu again and received strong praise, but still felt limited by the streaming format. Now, after 3 years, Trachtenberg is aiming to strike gold once more, this time exclusively in theaters. PredatorBadlands shakes things up big time. Instead of Earth, it's set on a remote alien world in the distant future, and the lead is a young Yautja. That's what the Predators call themselves in their own language, by the way. A cool bit of lore for fans, named Dek, portrayed by Demetrius Schuster-Koloamatangi. For beginners, think of Yautja as these advanced, mandibled creatures who hunt for sport. But here, Dek is portrayed as the main character, rather than the terrifying antagonist we've come to fear. And this is the part most people miss. The social media embargo for critics has lifted, revealing overwhelmingly positive early reactions that are putting those worries to bed. Our own Bill Bria from /Film raved on Blue Sky, saying, Dan Trachtenberg cleverly turns the franchise on its head again, with Elle Fanning shining in a dual role, and Jeff Cutter making the alien planet Jenna look stunning and dangerous. It's a top-notch action-adventure packed with thrills. Similarly, Drew Taylor from The Wrap tweeted on X that it's an outstanding feat, hilarious, spine-tingling, pulse-pounding, heartfelt, featuring unforgettable characters and creatures with cleverly choreographed fights and that classic 80s sci-fi vibe. Critic for absolutely loving PredatorBadlands. During interviews for Badlands, Trachtenberg expressed his desire to broaden the franchise's appeal. He likened it to how Terminator 2 Judgment Day in 1991 softened some edges of the original, The Terminator, to draw in wider audiences while keeping the intensity. I didn't think my own mother would enjoy the first Terminator, but Judgment Day had that emotional core, he shared with IGN during a set visit. For newcomers, this means adding warmth and depth to the story, without sacrificing the ferocious action and sci-fi elements that define Predator. From the initial feedback, it seems Trachtenberg nailed that balance. Eamon Jacobs of Dexerto posted on X, Dan Trachtenberg wisely elevates the series beyond simple survival horror, delivering a film that's pure excellence without any wasted moments. Jermaine Lucier from Gizmodo echoed this, describing the movie as an epic journey filled with creative, exhilarating sequences, imaginative universe building, plenty of emotion, and all the classic Predator elements you crave. Even Phil Roberts, who was a bit more cautious on X, noted, it's more of a sci-fi blockbuster than the usual Predator fare, with ambitious choices that sometimes stumble. Still, old-school enthusiasts might feel let down, but he concluded positively, praising it as a spectacular extravaganza that plunges deep into Yautja lore. PredatorBadlands represents a significant evolution for the franchise, and potentially a smart one. Fans who love graphic horror and copious bloodshed might not be the primary focus this time, which is definitely something to ponder. But let's be real. The series had a low point by clinging too rigidly to its roots, never experimenting much. While mid-era films like 2010's Predators added some lore and minor twists, think expanding on the Predator's hunting grounds, they didn't dare to innovate like Prey did. Badlands pushes boundaries further, reinventing the concept while clinging to the essentials: intense combat, stunning visuals, and a mix of genres that creates something truly distinctive. Gavin Spores from Gallica captured this on X, writing, "It has loads of brutal, satisfying fights and immersive world building to satisfy hardcore followers. Yet it's also a fun sci-fi romp that's both comedic and touching." Opinions might differ among diehards, but Trachtenberg's proven track record, from Prey's success, suggests Badlands could grow the fanbase exponentially, welcoming new viewers without abandoning its foundations. If so, it's poised for a triumphant victory. As we wrap this up, here's a question to chew on. Do you believe turning a predator into a relatable protagonist is a brilliant evolution that could save the franchise? Or does it risk watering down the terrifying mystique that made it iconic? What about the PG-13 rating? A family-friendly move or a cop-out for gore fans? Share your take in the comments below. Let's debate. Predator Badlands hits theaters on November 7, 2025.